Peace and blessings. It is Mac Wondo reporting live from Wilmas, 900 North Market Street, in case you didn't know. And this is a very, very special day because I have the amazing iHarlei with us today. Say hello.
Amazing!
How are you feeling?
Y'all? I'm feeling great. How are you?
I'm blessed.
Right.
I'm blessed. Yeah, we need like the round of applause. I could put that in. So we're here today because on the 23rd of this month, iHarlei will be the first artist performing for the late night happy hour, which I currently DJ at. I wanted to sit down and talk to her because I did some research a little bit, as I told you before we got on the camera.
Okay.
Did a little bit of research because I like doing research. Research is great. And so one of my first questions I have is, first of all, let's do, what are your levels? 1 through 10, these are the categories. Peace, love, anxiety, fear. What are your levels right now, currently?
Peace, love, anxiety, fear, each one separately?
Yep, separately, 1 through 10. So, yeah. So if it's
10 being the highest.
10 be the highest, correct.
Peace, 10. Love, definitely 10.
Okay.
Especially with around this time of year. Anxiety, I'm gonna give it a 7.
Okay.
We're working through it.
Sure.
We're working through it.
Caribbean.
We figuring it out. And what was the last one you said?
Fear.
Fear? No fear. So we're gonna put that at a 1.
I respect that.
No fear.
My levels would be, peace would be about an 8. Love, a 10. I love myself very much and I feel very much love. Anxiety, it varies. Ebbs and flows for me, depending on the day. You know what I mean? Right now though, like a 3 or 4. And then fear, I don't even know what that is.
Yeah, right.
I transmute that.
That's not even in our vocabulary.
Yeah, I don't even know what that is. Okay, cool. So we got that out the way. First of all, how did you come up with the name iHarlei?
Well, my full name is Harleisha.
Right.
In college, people started calling me Harley.
Okay.
And then when the TV show iHarlei on Nickelodeon came out, I was like, oh, this is such a cute show. I loved how they had the internet show or whatever, because I've always felt like I wanted to be a TV personality since a little girl. And then my Instagram name used to be It's Me Harley. And I was like, you know what would be cool? It would be cool to tack an I on the front of the H because I already have an I at the end. It kind of looks cool.
Yeah.
It sounds cool.
Yeah.
And so I just started running with that. And then just really a couple years ago, I just started going as iHarlei as my artist name.
Yeah, and it's funny you said that because when I saw your name, actually today is when I realized, oh shit, it's a play on iHarlei. Because I remember the show.
Yeah.
It was on Disney, right? Yeah, fast.
No, it was on Nickelodeon.
It was on Nickelodeon.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Nickelodeon.
Yeah.
But then too, like it just kind of started to stick with me.
Yeah,
and then it kind of just started to formulate its own identity.
Meaning.
Yeah.
So
meaning and identity. Yeah.
So what would you say the meaning of it is now to you?
I would say it's uniqueness. Just all about being who you are. This is me, it's me, Harlei. You're gonna get what you get. Hopefully you don't get upset, and if you do, that's okay too.
Right.
But also too, especially with it being the age of information right now, I like to think of it as a play on that because I love to learn. That's what people don't know about me.
Yes.
That's a personal thing for me. I love to learn. So I would say it's like intellectual as well.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's kind of really started to take its own meaning over the last few years. So.
Right. It's evolving as you evolve.
It is. It really
Dope.
is.
That's
But
dope.
uniqueness, I would say, unique is the pinpoint of it all.
Uniqueness. Awesome. Okay, so 3 words to describe your journey as an artist.
Oh my gosh.
Yes. Thus far. And I mean from beginning to right now.
Resilience.
Okay.
Lots of it. I would say been, I wouldn't call it a struggle, but I'll say it's definitely a battle, an uphill battle.
Okay.
And say something positive that will keep it going, that keeps me going.
Yeah.
I just say, for me, I had to pick a word. This is a good question because like I never had to think of it. Okay, resilience, a battle, and I would say really like I really do it for the kids too. So inspiration.
And resilience and battle are kind of hand in hand. Yeah.
So maybe I should do another word.
I mean, I feel like, you know, a lot of times when you ask a question like that, you give the first word that comes to you. So you may have felt that twice.
I feel that all the time.
You feel it double. That's why you said it.
Now, okay, so I'll say resilience / battle.
But if you have another word,
inspiration, and I will say evolution.
Evolution,
because it's definitely been that.
Yeah.
It's been that in a lot of ways. Like with my music and even me as an artist and who I am today was not who I was when I first started.
For sure.
So yeah, I would say resilience, inspiration, and inspiring, and evolution.
When did you start your journey as an artist?
As an artist?
Like when did you like, you know what, I'm stepping out and I'm really going to show the world like this is what I do.
Right.
And you took it from the bedroom to the stage.
Well, I've always sang since I was little. So I say since like 3-4 in church.
Where did you sing? In church?
Mm-hmm.
That's a lot of people's story, bro.
Yeah, it always usually starts. So I say since like 3-4 in church.
You was 3 in church singing?
Yeah, I mean, in the choir. But
okay. Because you really, like, now let me ask you. Keep it 100.
I'm going to keep it a beat.
Keep it a beat.
Could I really sing?
Yeah.
I didn't know I could, but apparently everybody else did.
Okay, for sure, because you could be 3 or 4 and people be like, oh, girl, you sound like...
No. They would be like, oh, you can actually hold it.
You can actually hold it.
Like, we want you to sing lead
You
part.
understood.
I didn't know.
Yeah, but innately, they saw in you that you understood something about music that some others may have not. Right.
Yeah,
Okay,
and I
that's
think
dope.
it was more so just like hearing it all the time and being able to just like mimic it. But yeah, church from a young age, I didn't really do like stage and talent shows and performing in that way until I was in like middle school. Then not even like to toot my own horn and be like, yeah, I'm that. But once I started, I was winning talent shows from the first one that I entered.
Wow, that's dope.
So I started to do a lot of competition stuff as a teen and a preteen. And then I stopped because I was in college. And then once I decided to take myself seriously as an artist, that was probably won't tell my age, but that was when I was in my 20s.
Okay, for sure.
So yeah.
I have the same reference point of in my 20s.
Yeah.
You know? But y'all still got to guess because y'all don't know.
Okay.
You feel me?
Okay.
And we look good.
Yes, we do, because we're black and crack.
Black don't crack at all. You feel me?
Yeah.
All right.
So then,
okay. That's cool. So when did you like step on stage? What was the first feeling you had when you went on stage? Like the first time you performed outside of church?
Then I would say fear.
Fear?
Then I would definitely say fear. I didn't have any kind of stage presence.
Right.
I just knew how to sing.
Right.
Like
for
I
sure.
wouldn't even say I was a skilled singer because I wasn't. I just knew how to open my mouth and sing.
Right.
So I was standing in place and just.
Right.
But I mean, people liked the way that I sounded, but it was definitely fear back then.
Right. And you know what's funny too? Like I'll go to open mics because I remember performing at so many open mics, and then you always the person be like, I'm nervous, and they go up there and body that shit. I'll be like, dog, what are you talking about?
Facts.
You know what I mean?
Facts.
But they find a way to transmute that and turn
Because you
it
ain't
into
got no
something.
choice. You gotta
You
be
ain't
up
got no
there
choice.
anyway.
Fight or flight.
You gotta be up there anyway.
That part. All right. So, is Murder He Wrote, because I listened to the music that I found, is Murder He Wrote the first track you released officially? And if not, have there been other tracks that you may have released and got rid of, or you let other people hear and they liked or didn't like what's the story on
That,
Murder He Wrote? Which I really did like genuinely, because it was a flip on Murder She Wrote, obviously. Yeah. And you was talking in there, so
thanks.
Yeah, for sure.
It's not the first official track that I released.
Okay.
I actually released the EP some time ago.
Okay.
In like 2013.
Okay.
It was called New Beginning.
Is it still out?
Yeah.
You made sure you wiped the internet in that? She wiped the internet. Yo, artists always do that, yo. If they don't like something, they'll wipe the internet clean of it.
But you know what's so funny? My mom and my aunt and my cousin, they're always like, do you still have that CD? My mom's like, I still have it. I'm like, a CD.
And they'll be asking for it because they want it.
A CD,
Yup,
yes.
exactly.
But one of my mom's homies still plays one. He's a DJ.
Yeah.
So he'll spin it when he goes to different places. He travels to the US
that's
DJ.
fire.
So he'll spin it and people will line dance to it. Like they had a line dance to one of the songs from that album. So no, Murder He Wrote isn't the first official track that I released, but it is the first track that I released in a long time.
Okay.
And did a video too.
Right.
So yeah. And that video experience was dope too.
Yeah, I saw the video. The video was fire.
Thank
The
you.
video was super dope.
Yeah, and that was done on a humble. I had some buddies that was just kind of like, listen, we're doing this video. We got you. I'm going to film it. My homegirl, Queen Meek, she directed it. Shout out to her. Shout out to Brent, who is the model. Shout out to Track for shooting and editing it.
Right.
But yeah, we did it on a humble.
Yeah.
They was like, you trying to get in this tree? I was like, all right, y'all got a ladder.
Word. Right.
So yeah, it was
That's some of the
fun.
best art though.
Yeah.
It's when it's just organic.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like even the song on your page, Rooftop Freestyle, from Nizzywitdadiddybop, who's a phenomenal producer.
Yeah.
So that's how I knew, like, oh, she got great taste in music.
I love
Because he's
music.
fire. That means you you really love music.
Yeah.
And so when I heard that, I was convinced. I'm like, oh, and she's spitting on that. And that was a very organic video too. You just walking around downtown. You know what I'm saying? Like you literally just walking around spitting. Fire. Reminded me of like Lauryn Hill-esque vibes.
That's where we want to kind of get it back to.
Yeah.
Kind of see a lot of the same things.
Yeah.
You know, today.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I just like to try to stick to the originality. And surprisingly, I was kind of like skeptical about even spitting on that because that verse I actually did like a few years ago to like a track that I found on YouTube that I never released. And I was like, you know what, this one album sounded really dope.
On that.
It's like, yeah,
That's
and
dope.
it was trending. You know, people knew it was trending. I was like, you know what, let's try it. And I was like, people gonna hear me rapping for the first time on the track.
Right.
I hope they like it.
Right.
And it got good response.
They got great response. Yeah, facts. And that's something that only artists understand. Is like, because I know I've had music where it was meant for another song, and then I repurposed the track, the lyrics, and I'm like, yo, this joint fit this better than it fit that.
Yeah.
So a lot of times, it's crazy. It's like painting on one canvas, but the other canvas was really that painting was intended for.
Yeah.
It just fitted better.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's beautiful.
Yeah, thanks.
Are there any other interests, talents outside of music that people don't know? Something that people don't know about you that you do well?
I do a lot of things that people don't know about. I act.
Okay.
Improv, voiceovers. I mean, that's kind of like along the line of vocals and singing, but voiceovers. I enjoy sewing.
Okay. When did you learn how to sew?
Home ec.
Oh, in school.
Yeah.
In high school.
And then like,
oh, that's funny.
yeah.
I didn't retain none of that.
No, so I
I'm
did.
gonna keep it a book. The only thing I remember is when we made funnel cakes.
that was
That
the
was
best
my
part about
yo.
it.
That was the best part. I'm like, yo, we making funnel cakes in school.
Yeah.
That was fire.
Yeah, no, I did it too. I mainly retained it because like I would have clothes and like, you know, growing up it was Florida, so my mom wasn't always able to go out and buy us and keep up with and stuff like that. So sometimes I would just let out some of my clothes or, you know, whatever, re-sew it, repurpose it, and, you know, go along with that. So that, sewing, I really enjoyed dancing. I used to dance in college. I'm great with kids. I don't even know if that's a talent, but I'm like the kid whisperer. Seriously.
That is a talent.
Yoga.
Okay.
Yeah, and I would say anything like athletic. I wasn't an athlete in school. I focused more on the arts, but I feel like if I would have put more into that, I would have been like a really dope athlete.
Okay, did you run track?
I ran track for 5 seconds in high school.
For 5 seconds. And then you was
and
done.
then I got shin splits. I said I can't.
Oh
do
yeah, them
this
joints are
anymore.
serious.
Right.
So just wasn't no pain.
It's the first time. It was the first time I experienced it.
Yeah.
And I was like, I'm good.
Right.
But yeah, it's a lot of things. I'll probably be here all day trying to list.
For sure. No, that's great. That's a great list. So we're gonna take a quick break, and we'll be right back with iHarlei.
Fuck around just to kill time. Love him and you pay him no mind. With no remorse, they don't even get no remorse. See it all in your eyes. Sound like a devil in disguise. With wicked ways, keeping him around just for days. I see you looking out the window, waiting on your next prey. I seek you. Start stuck iHarlei, waiting to make a move on her. I seek you. You a murderer, you know you just like a murderer. Ain't give a fuck about their feelings at all. You a murderer, you know you just like a murderer. Take him to the edge and then you just let him fall. Murder, hero. Murder, hero. You a murderer, you know you just like a murderer. Murder, hero. Go for blood. I ain't gon' show you no love. Ain't no remorse, you ain't gonna get no remorse. I ain't gon' be victimized, caught up in a web of your life. With wicked ways, keeping me around just for days. See you look in my direction, waiting to make a move. But I seek you. Stop stalking me, baby, you'll never catch me. I seek you. You a murderer, you know you just like a murderer. Ain't give a fuck about their feelings at all. You a murderer, you know you just like a murderer. Take him to the edge and then you just let him fall. Murder, hero. Murder, hero. You a murderer, you know you just like a murderer. Murder, hero.
Back, you just watched iHarlei's Murder Hero video. Phenomenal visual, phenomenal song. A great twist on the Murder She Wrote original track, you feel me? Which is a vibe every time that ring off in any environment, any club. Murders, yeah, that's it. Alright, okay, so I'm gonna throw some phrases at you. Okay? These are phrases that may or may not be related to your journey or may not be related to it, but it's just general phrases, okay? The King of Love.
Nina Simone and Martin Luther King.
So tell us about The King of Love.
I did a play some years ago. What year is it? Probably about 3, 4, maybe 5 years ago, called The King of Love, which was basically a memoir of Dr. Martin Luther King's life through a concert that Nina Simone did. I think it was back in 1968. I'm gonna say 1968.
Okay.
But I could stand to be corrected. And basically, yeah, I played Nina Simone. I had to learn a lot of songs, had to sing a lot of songs.
Right.
But it was a really dope experience. Yeah, y'all can check that out. Should be coming back soon. So when it does come back soon, I'm gonna get it.
Yes, please let us know. So what was, how did you prepare for that role?
I actually watched a lot of Nina Simone, well, a few Nina Simone documentaries I could find.
Okay.
I think there was one on Netflix actually around the time. I don't know if it's still there, but around the time that I was preparing for the role, I watched that. I looked up some stuff on YouTube. lot of the preparation was me learning the music, which was like a full album that I had to learn. I think it was the Enough Said album.
Okay.
So I had to learn about 14, 15 songs to perform for them.
You got to know them verbatim because obviously you gotta
Verbatim
sing.
by heart.
Yeah.
I couldn't have any lyrics or anything.
And you're on stage.
Yep.
And people don't realize how hard it is to memorize lines because I was in the play before too. There is no redo.
No, there isn't.
If you mess up, you have to somehow keep it going. You have to that's why you said improv. Like you were literally doing that too in the play.
So yeah, it was those songs along with the lines, which I didn't have too many lines, which was good. But the thing about that music is that it's not like music today, like pop music, how it's just like verse, chorus, and the chorus is the same and the verses are built similar.
Right.
And then you're talking about Nina Simone, who when she performs live, she does it pretty much different every time. So it was a little bit of a challenge with the music by heart, but I did have enough time, to practice. So yeah.
That's dope. That's super dope.
Dice Raw too. He did the play. Give me a shout out to Dice.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yes. Give me a shout out. You got any more?
The shout out to the band too. The three guys, a 3-piece band who did their thing as well.
Any more?
And everybody that
I'm throwing y'all oops, y'all. I'm throwing y'all oops.
And everyone that was a part of the play for sure, because everyone did a really good job.
No.
For sure.
Okay. The Diary of iHarlei. First of all, before you answer that, it reminded me of it seems like you just started it, correct?
Yes.
Okay, which is dope. I like the concept. I like where you're going with this. It reminded me of, you remember the show Brandy?
Brandy?
Yeah, Moesha. I'm sorry. I said Brandy. Yeah, I'm tripping.
Dear Diary.
Yes.
Today
Yeah. It reminded me of that part of the show at the end where she be like, and the music was like, that's what's up. So it reminded me of that.
Yeah.
And then it also reminded me of what you told me earlier, which is iCarly. Like the introduction was almost like a literal show on Nickelodeon, or like the way you introduced it it felt like that.
Okay.
So number one, the Diary of iHarlei, tell people about it, and then the way that you introduced it, was that intentional? Like, do you want people to be reminded of something when they hear that introduction?
I do want that nostalgic idea, so I'm glad that you said
That's
that.
what I got as soon as I heard it.
And I didn't even think of Moesha or even really iCarly in that moment. I was thinking of like the MTV thing, which was like I probably should kind of change the wording up in the beginning just a little bit.
Yeah.
But I want people to think of nostalgia.
Yeah.
I posted it just out of fun, but like a couple of people hit me up on the side. I was like, you should do more of these because. And the reason why I wanted to do that, really post, is because I had all this random footage in my phone of just me being random and doing random stuff.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of the times as artists, especially musical artists, we have a way of showing just like one side of us and who we are. And I'm like, that's cool, but like, I feel like what's going to draw people into me or even make people like me is to know that like I'm a really regular weirdo. Like I'm a really regular weird person.
Facts.
And
Facts.
I would like people to see that. So it was intentional in that way.
Dope. It's very dope. Yeah, I think you definitely should keep doing it because it's like
you.
it's also a creative way of doing that too. Because a lot of times right now we do have people that do it. I think some artists overdo it.
Yeah.
And I think it detracts from the music.
Yeah.
Right? So I think the key is like doing that, but doing it creatively enough to where like it still like loops back.
Keeping that balance too.
You know what I mean? Where it's like they don't forget that you actually is a phenomenal artist. Like she's creative, but I also do great music.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So doing it creatively is dope. So I really like that. I really love that.
I think one of the things I'll probably do too is like once I start to, since my EP is coming, start to put more of my own original music. Even
exactly.
if it's just like instrumentals and stuff.
Yeah. What's the name of your EP since you brought it up?
Total Recall.
Total Recall. So y'all look up. Is there a date, month?
There actually is coming in 2 parts. It's coming in 2 waves.
Okay. 2
March.
waves. Is that so? Is that like a storyline? Is
somewhat.
Is Total Recall? Is that movie-esque?
Yeah.
I like this. I like artists like that. My favorite artists are like people that actually make albums.
Yeah.
Like themed albums.
And that was the thing. It was like
Yeah.
I've had so much music that I've done over the last, I don't know how many years.
Yeah.
And I would just let people hear it, just friends hear it.
Yeah.
Like, you need to put this music
Yeah,
out.
yeah.
I'm like, well, I gotta redo this and redo that, da, 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 da. And then I had a hard time choosing songs.
Artist burn.
So it became like a 14 track, and they're like, this is a whole album. I'm like, I know.
Right.
So well, maybe we could break it up into 2 parts.
Yeah.
And it'll be like releasing two mixtapes in 6 months, like Cardi B.
Dope. Nah, that's dope. That's dope.
Yeah.
That's super dope. Are you gonna do visuals?
Yes, that's the plan. That's the plan is to do
Visuals
some
is
visuals
fire.
with it.
Yeah.
People like visuals.
People love visuals.
Yeah.
And everything is so quick now that like when people see something that captures their eye, it's better than like word. I mean, like
Yeah,
people not
they
really.
just hear
It's
it.
crazy that people not really reading like that, but it's like people are watching more than they're reading.
Yeah.
Now. So that's what you do with visual.
Okay.
Truth through expression.
Truth through expression. I don't feel like expression should have any limits. I feel like a lot of the times when people think about expressing themselves, they overthink it and they think about, well, what is this person gonna like, or what are people doing today, or you know, what's gonna work, or this, that, and the third. And I think that's a lot of the times why everything is starting to kind of look the same and uniform, especially through social media.
Playing it safe.
Yeah. So I think that you just have to limitless in your expression and not overthink it and just be you, because nobody else knows your truth. Nobody else can speak your truth for you or express your truth for you.
Facts.
So,
And the way that you do it, facts.
Yeah.
How important is it for you to, because you know sometimes you want to be truthful in your music, which is okay, and also you also want to have fun with the music. So is it for you, is it like intentional, like, yo, every time I sing I gotta make sure people learn something about me, or is it like I just want to express myself?
I think it's both for me.
Okay.
I don't think always the first thing happens, but I think it happens unintentionally.
Very
sometimes.
true. Very true. Very true.
Because one thing I can say, like, even on my not so best day performing, to me anyway, you know, somebody new might come out and be like, I really love this. I love that you did this song, and I love that you did that. And, you know, you not cater to the audience, but you interacted with the audience and things like that. So, yeah.
Yeah, sure. Oh, that's super good. Okay.
Art
Yes.
is everything.
Facts.
Everything we do is art.
Facts. Everything is art. That's what I agree 100%.
You're waking up in the morning.
The way that
However you,
the way that we talk, the way that we walk, the way that we brush our teeth. Like I remember doing I spoke to a teacher, and I came and spoke to her class. She wanted me to come speak to her class, and you know, one of the things I said is like everything is art. Like you just said, like the way that you talk, the way that you express yourself, the way that you brush your teeth in the morning is art. Nobody brushes your teeth the way you brush your teeth.
even your feelings and emotions too. And if you really look at it, if you could be not intentional, but if you can be aware of it, aware of it, even that's a form of art. I'm in a bad mood today. I woke up on the wrong side of the bed. You can choose to stay in that, you know, space. That's how you want to express yourself that day. Or if you don't want to express yourself that day, you can make a choice to be like, you know what? Let me fix my attitude and express myself a different way, right?
I'm actually choosing.
Yeah.
Facts. iHarlei.
Big personality. A lot of big personality in a small package.
For sure.
Can't be boxed in.
For sure.
Ever learning. Energy that never dies.
Talking. Keep going. Let them know.
Unforgettable. Whether
Unforgettable.
it's good or bad. Whether positive or negative. Okay.
Not cool.
Yeah, well, I could go for days.
For sure.
Okay.
Limitless.
Yeah, limitless,
That part.
boundaryless. I don't even know if that's a word.
It's cool. Maybe.
Yeah.
Facts. Okay. What should we expect on the 23rd?
That's a good question. I would say expect something new. Something new that I haven't done before. Live anyway yet in front of people. So I'm really excited about that. I would say expect to just experience what iHarlei experience, kind of like in a movie. You could laugh, you could cry, you might feel something. You might want to go home and make love after hearing some of the musical choices.
R&B is the soundtrack to love making. I don't care what none of y'all say.
It's facts.
That's big
But
facts.
yeah, expect just to feel many different emotions and just enjoy yourself in the experience.
Boom.
Like,
There you have it. Is there anything else you would like to add to
Yeah.
the audience?
yeah, look out for Total Recall because it's coming part 1, The Tides, in March, and part 2, The Sunny Side, or Sunshine, is coming in June.
Part 1, the tides, like tides of the. Okay, and then part 2, the sunshine. Conceptual artist too. Don't get it screwed up. You feel me?
Yeah, dropping with the seasons.
You feel me? That's fire too. Oh, that's
Thank
fire.
you.
I used to do. Man, I'll talk all day, but I used to do that too. Like my music, I used to literally like drop a certain song on a certain day because I felt like that day.
Yeah.
Like it felt like if it was a rainy day, I would drop a certain mood on that day.
Yeah.
Like that's how beautiful music is.
It is, and I'm not gonna keep you long.
No, good. No,
I was
I'm
gonna say I was feeling for a while like rushy, trying to rush it, but I'm like, you know what? I think it's working out and exactly how it's supposed to work out.
Facts.
So
Facts.
I'm really excited.
I think patience is one of the hardest things for artists.
Very.
Like we are not patient because once you make something, you want to hear people to hear it immediately. Like I don't
Yeah.
even feel like shooting a visual. Can we just drop this?
I'm about
now?
to drop this just
Yeah,
right now.
just cause. Right, exactly. All right, cool. This is a great interview. This is the first interview that I will be. There's many more interviews coming, but she is the first one. Amazing interview, amazing artist, beautiful energy, beautiful person. I can't wait for y'all to experience her sound, her energy, her vibration. Do not miss it. Late night happy hour, 9 p.m. to 11:30. She goes on at 10 p.m. sharp. You feel me? We're gonna try not to be on CPT, so we're gonna try to make 10 o'clock. But yeah, 10 o'clock p.m. she goes on. Come to Late Night Happy Hour, Tuesday, January 23rd, 2024. Thank y'all for tuning in, and we will see y'all on the 23rd. Peace.
He put one in the air.